Caleb Plant and David Benavidez got announced, ever since that fight got announced, the whole world wants to know, is it official? Is it confirmed 100%?
Yes.
All right. So what's the date and what's the venue?
Um, all I know is going to be April or May, and I'm not sure on the venue, but I know the fight's been signed.
All right. So that's good news. Just knowing that, because I just spoke to David Benavidez's dad not too long ago, and he was saying that he couldn't tell me everything at the moment. You guys were still working things out, so I was a bit worried.
Um, well, listen, I don't play Caleb's manager, but from everything I've been told, the fight is done. They just trying to figure out two dates, one in April and one in May. So I'm just waiting on the word so I can know when to get out the camp.
Training camp hasn't started then with Caleb Plant then.
Oh, no, no, not for April or May.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
only in December
you're
now. Yeah, it's too far out. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But the last time we spoke, David Benavidez's name popped up. So I asked you about potential opponents after that spectacular KO win that Caleb Plant had over Anthony Durrell. And I remember you saying, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. But, if it happens, Caleb Plant will take it. Caleb Plant doesn't fear no one. And here we are. We got this fight. We got this fight.
Yeah. I mean, he's told me that he wanted to fight, just that the timing of the fight was off or whatever. And, Benavidez had lost his titles a couple of times for, other things or whatever. Not in the ring, but outside of the ring. So, but he told me that he wanted to fight. So, he was a man of his word, he called me and told me that he made the fight. So, um, you know, now we got to fight. It is a tough fight, but that's how legends are made, taking tough fights.
We spoke about Caleb Plant. After losing to Canelo, some boxing fans thought his career was over, but he showed that he's still strong, and he did a tremendous performance against Anthony Durrell. So now I hear a lot of boxing fans saying, wait a second, maybe Caleb Plant's not done. Maybe Caleb Plant might just beat David Benavidez. So you know how things turn around all of a sudden?
Part of the boxing, man. Part of boxing. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. Everybody's gonna have an opinion. It's the best way I can say it. But he wasn't done. It was just one fight. You know, he didn't take a bad beating versus Canelo. He just lost the fight. And that's just that. He just lost. He can lose. He's a human being. Canelo was the better man that night, and you got to just go on.
But like I told you the last time around, I had Caleb Plant winning that fight. It's just that he got caught.
Yeah. I mean, Canelo did his thing. Canelo got a lot of big fight experience. I think Caleb is better off for it. And if he ever had a chance to run that back, he would do a lot better.
Yes, and I also asked you about Canelo fight, and you're excited. And I think Caleb Plant wants a rematch. If he can get a rematch, he would take it. I think he would take it.
Well, he's trying to earn a rematch by beating David Benavidez, a guy that Canelo didn't want to fight. So if he beats Benavidez, then, he earned his rematch. So he's not trying to get a gift rematch or somebody give it to him. He's trying to earn it. And that's the best way to earn it, to go through the guy that Canelo didn't want to fight.
I was just gonna say that shows a lot of bravery from Caleb Plant, like going through David Benavidez to get back on top. not too many guys want to fight Mexican Monster.
You know, he's only a monster because y'all say he's a monster. But I don't think Caleb believes he's a monster. But we'll see. He might be a monster, you know. We'll see. Um, you know, when you're a trainer and a fighter, you can't look at a man like that. You know, you got to look at him like he's just a man. He might be a great fighter, but you can't view him like that. You know, it'll take your edge away. And I don't believe Caleb believes that. And I don't care if he's a monster or not. I believe in Caleb Plant, and I'll just leave it at that. You know, I don't care what y'all call him and what y'all say he is and who's the favorite and all that. I believe in Caleb, and we're gonna see come fight night.
Uh, in regards to David Benavidez, those who are rooting for him are saying that Caleb Plant has to fight the perfect fight, make no mistakes against a guy like David Benavidez. What do you think about those comments?
I just think that you never really know until two guys get in the ring together. Sometimes you get in there and you can do things that you didn't think you can do. Sometimes you can get in there and do things and things that you thought you could do, you can't do. Sometimes you get in there, guys a little easier to hit. Sometimes you get in there, guys harder to hit. Sometimes you get in there and the guy punches a little too hard early and you got to box a little bit. Sometimes you get in there and, you know, he's not as strong as you thought he was. So they got to get in the ring together and they got to figure each other out, and then we'll make our adjustments from there. Caleb got to be right. He has to be 100%, and, you know, he has to fight a heck of a fight. I'm not going to say he has to fight a perfect fight to beat David Benavidez because they haven't been in the ring with each other yet. You know, we got to see how they measure up to each other.
And I also hear a lot of comments that Caleb Plant is actually a slicker guy. He's a better boxer than David Benavidez. So I guess a lot of these boxing fans are looking at it as boxer versus puncher.
The guy who's the puncher in the fight is the guy who can take the other guy's punch better than the guy can take his punch. People thought Darrell was the puncher in the fight until he got in the ring with each other. We got to see. We got to see how David takes his punches. We got to see how Caleb takes his punches. I don't know who the puncher in the fight is until they get in the ring and I think that we could assume that David is going to be the more aggressive fighter. He fights in a more aggressive style, but I don't know if he's the puncher. He doesn't seem like a one-punch guy to me. But let's see. Let's see how they fight.
And I asked this question. I'm going to ask you as well. I asked this question to Benavidez's dad, what he thought would take place at the press conference. I asked him, like, do you think that what happened between Caleb Plant and Canelo at the press conference is going to happen in this fight? And what do you think? Do you think it will happen or not? Because they have bad blood.
I hope not. You know, I do. I hope not. You know, I don't want to get involved in that kind of nonsense. But if it happens, you know, we'll handle it. But I hope not. I hope they can save it for the fight. You know, that kind of stuff can mess up the fight. You know, somebody get hit, somebody get cut, somebody get hurt. You know, so I will hope nothing like that happens again. You know, Caleb suffered a cut on his face with the Canelo fight, with his sunglasses getting knocked off and stuff. So, you know, I will hope that that won't happen again. But we'll see. Who knows?
And before I let you go, I have to ask you, like, the winner of this fight, can we see one of these guys fighting David Morrell?
Who knows? I really don't play that role on Caleb's team, to be honest with you. You know, like, I don't pick his fights or anything like that. Like, so, but just a tough fight, man. I don't want to talk nothing past this fight. You know, David Benavidez is in the position that he's in right now for a reason. and he's undefeated, the two-time champion. He's an excellent fighter, and there's a reason why Canelo didn't fight him. And so I don't want to talk about anybody else except the guy we got in front of us. This is going to be a tough fight, and ask me that question after the fight's over.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for this fight.
It's
Everyone's
going to be
excited.
it's going to be a great fight. Um, it's going to be a great fight. Caleb's really up for it. He's really, really up for it. Um, we talk about once a week, and he can't wait to start camp. And I think he's going to do his thing.
Do you think it's personal? Because Benavidez says it's personal. Do you think it's personal?
Um, I really don't care. I gotta train him regardless. I try not to like do mental gymnastics on like if it's personal, if they like each other, if they don't, things like that. I don't care. Just it's just a fight, and Caleb, he gotta just remain focused, whether it's personal or it's business. He gotta just remain focused on the task at hand and execute. That's what he has to do. So if it's personal, then that'll make Caleb train a little easier and do everything he's supposed to do because he does it anyway. But even harder. But it don't matter to me if it's personal or not. I could care less about that kind of stuff. As long as my guy executes what we want him to execute, that's the only thing that matters to me.
Well, that last fight that you guys had, it looked personal to me, and
Yeah.
Caleb Plant, he did a
And you know
tremendous
what?
job.
And you know what? He trained his ass off, and he had a great camp. So, if that's the kind of results personal gets, then I'm all for it. He was really motivated by some of the things that Anthony was saying about him. So, that's great. Uh, he was very motivated every day. We didn't have one unproductive day in camp for that fight. Not one. Not one day where I left the gym and like, man, we didn't get much done. Every single day we got a lot done.
Well, Caleb Plant, we're sure focused in that fight.
He was locked in. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. And he's gonna be like that for this one.
And I was very impressed with Caleb Plant's KO win over Anthony Terrell, and he responded by saying, "What's so impressed? Why are you so impressed about that win? Like Anthony Terrell is not the same as David Benavidez. Benavidez is a way better fighter than Anthony Terrell."
Um, okay. I mean, uh, Caleb's gonna be the best guy that David's ever fought. So, I know that David Benavidez is not Anthony Durrell. He's David Benavidez. I know we know exactly who he is. Um, and I don't even want to get into comparing like who did better with Durrell because they're different kinds of fighters. You know, David's a pressure fighter, and Caleb is a boxer who got a little bit who actually got a lot of bit of pop in his hands. But they different types of fighters. But I know that he's not Anthony Terrell. But um, uh, um, all right. I mean, that's fine. We know what we getting up. We know who we going up against.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm
Me
excited.
either, man. It's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited too. I can't wait for the date to finally be announced.
Don't be surprised if you get the Canelo fight because I heard Canelo might go. He might go at you guys. He might go at the winner. You never know.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's figure this one out first. And one thing about boxing, you can only fight one fight at a time. So let's figure it out. and we'll move forward.